So guys, what's going on? Instant match reaction. It finishes Manchester United 0, Atletico Madrid 1. Manchester United are out of the Champions League. We will not be in the pot for the quarter-final on Friday. And I'm absolutely devastated. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm absolutely gutted about that, to be fair. Going to Spain, getting a goal there to take it back to Old Trafford at 1-1, I would have put the advantage on Manchester United. I'm not saying we deserve to win today, but with all the possession we had, we needed to create more chances. I said in the preview, I said we needed to get the first goal if we wanted a chance at winning this game, and to allow Atletico that goal that they got in the first half, after all that possession, after all of the ball we had, really was frustrating, because from then, when Atletico get ahead, they're going to use every trick in the book to get through to the final whistle in the 90 minutes, and that's exactly what they did. In the second half, they were falling over every single minute. I'm not going to say, I'll talk about the ref in a bit, I'm not going to blame the ref because we lost the game today, but our ref today, whoever it was absolutely horrific and needs to be investigated. I'm not saying that as an excuse. If you watch the game, you'll probably agree with me on that, but as I said, we didn't deserve to win. When you have that much of the ball, you need to be creating more chances, and we didn't create enough tonight. We barely tested our Black. I think we tested him once in the first half, maybe two or three times in the second half. But other than that, it was quite easy for Atletico, and that's the frustrating thing as well. And of course, towards the end, we sent all the big guns on. Literally, Mata, Cavani, Rashford, Pogba, every attacking player on the Manchester United team came on that pitch to see if we can salvage a goal to go to extra time, but it just wasn't it. And to be fair, it never looked like being it in that second half, because we didn't create enough chances. But that's Manchester United out. When will the pain end for Manchester United? That is the question going forward, because now we're in for another top 4 race for the rest of the season, and that is not where I planned to be when I looked at the season when I previewed the season at the start of the season. I didn't expect us to be in the position we are and fighting for top 4 now and out of all the competition. So it's devastating, it is, but again, Atletico deserve to win today, in my opinion. You can have as much of the ball as you want, but if you don't create the chances on the field, you're not going to end up scoring, and that means you go on to lose the game. So that's football for you, isn't it? And that's the simple rules of football. So very, very, very devastated. But again, I didn't think we played really bad tonight. I thought a few players on that pitch. I thought Fred was probably my man of the match in that midfield. He gave everything tonight, Fred, especially in that first half. Other than that, I don't think anyone on the pitch really impressed me tonight. I thought Sancho at times was all right. And Ronaldo didn't get involved into the game. It was a really poor performance from him. And after that Spurs hat-trick, I thought he was going to come out tonight, fired up, ready to, of course, send United through to the next round of the Champions League. But he didn't get a sniff tonight. He didn't get a chance. We didn't play any balls to him. Atletico just man-marked him the whole game. And Ronaldo, it was oblivious. He wasn't in the game. He was ghosting. He really was throughout the 90 minutes. And I'm not going to blame him, because I didn't think he got enough service there at all. I don't remember any shots on target he had other than that one overhead kick from that free kick. But yeah, I thought Fred was brilliant tonight. But other than that, we're out of the Champions League, and again, it's just so frustrating. It really is, because as I said, taking that time, getting that goal just seems worthless now. It does. And, it was just so frustrating how we conceded that first goal, because I think that was Atletico's first shot on target as well. Yeah, first or second shot on target they scored from, and it was just a lapse of concentration for Manchester United. It was from the Elanga free kick. The players were moaning. Don't moan in that type of position. Get back, do the simple basics, defend their attack, and go again. Don't moan over something that's just been and not gone your way. That's not the attitude. That's not what I want. It's weak mentality. You're trying to just give energy that's not going to be given. You know what I mean? The ref's made his decision. He's not going to change it, is he? So get back, defend the Atletico Madrid attack, and then go again. But we switched off, lapse concentration. Atletico go down the other field. Dalot not close enough to his man, and they score. And from there, we know Atletico are going to see out the game. And I knew as soon as they scored that first goal, we would not get back into that game, because I know Atletico. I know Diego Simeone. I know him. And although the ref, I thought, his decision-making today, I wouldn't be surprised if that's his first match, or he's being trained up to, this is his first match to see if he can do any more, because he was a shambles today. Some of the decisions, he was giving yellow cards to us, wasn't giving yellow cards to them, giving simple fouls to them, not giving simple fouls to us. It was shocking, but I'm not going to blame that, because I'm not that sort of person. I know we didn't deserve to win the game today, and that's what really hurts me, that we didn't really go out there and give it our all. That's what really frustrates me, and that's why I'm so devastated about it. So, let me know what you guys think down below, guys. But the lineup going into the game, of course, it was De Gea in there. Left-hand side, it was Telles, Varane and Maguire, and Diego Dalot. Then it was McTominay, Fred, Bruno Fernandez, and then it was Jaden Sancho, Anthony Elanga, and Cristiano Ronaldo up top as the front three. So our team, a team I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting Rashford to start. I was happy Elanga was starting because I thought he deserved it, but maybe it was just a bit of a step for him to go up and play the game today. I'm not too sure on that. I said that in the team lineup. I said I would have preferred Rashford starting the game and Elanga coming on. And I don't know the decision not to start Pogba today. I don't know what that was about because, if it works and you go on to win the game, then, you're not really talking about it, are you? You're talking about it as a masterclass on Ranić. But the fact he didn't start the game and we go on to lose, there's questions over it. But that's just that's just football for you, if you win the game, you're not complaining, If you lose it, you are complaining. That's how it is. So I don't know why. I thought everyone expected Pogba to start this game. I don't know why we played McTominay and Fred together and Bruno. I wasn't too sure on Bruno starting today because I thought last time he didn't play, we were all right. I'm not saying, he shouldn't be in the squad because he damn right should be because he's one of our better players. But for me, I thought it was just too soon to bring Bruno back in. And I thought, after last game's performance against Spurs, I would have started Pogba, Bruno, and Pogba, Fred, and McTominay. Maybe even Pogba, Bruno and Fred or something like that. But I always knew McTominay was going to come back into the game just to give his physicality and energy. So that was a team going into the game. And then, of course, as I said, we started off really well. We had a lot of the ball. We had a lot of possession of the ball. But again, we just couldn't create enough chances. We were always switching it to the left and switching it to the right. And we weren't really giving enough service to the front three, which was frustrating. I didn't think Elanga and Sancho got at them at all, to be fair. And after a few missed opportunities, which we took, Atletico go 1-0 up. And then, of course, go into the second half. And we know they're going to see out the game. And that's how it played, really. There's not much to talk about in the second half because we didn't really have target All Blacks goal enough for me. And it's so frustrating because some of those players today, I thought gave it their all. Fred, for me, I thought De Gea was quite good as well. He kept us in there at times. But again, it was just some of these players just didn't give enough for me tonight. And that's what I'm a bit frustrated with as well. But, you can't really say much about it, can you? At the end of the day, as I said, if we won this game, it probably would have been a bit of an upset. But at the end of the day, it's not what I want to be. The pain's still setting through. And, how long will the pain go on for? Because now we're just fighting for top 4, as I said. But let's go on to the player ratings, guys. So, David De Gea in there. I'm going to give David De Gea a 6 today. I thought it was alright, to be fair. As I said, he made 1 or 2 really crucial saves. Can't do nothing about the goal. It's very unfortunate, really, how they scored. I mean, it's a bouncing header. De Gea's never going to get there. So, yeah, I'd give De Gea a 6, to be fair. Didn't think he was bad. Diego Dallo. I'm going to give Diego Dallo a 6 as well. I thought it was alright. Defensively, I thought, whoever his man was, I thought he had a really tough game against him, to be fair. He was always getting outpaced by him. And at the end of the day, just wasn't at his best today. So for me, Diego Dallo gets a 6. Alex Telles for me, I'm going to give him a 5 today. I didn't think Telles was much better than Diego Dallo, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think he was or on par with him. I mean, I didn't think he was anything special today. His set pieces were poor at times. Didn't rarely beat the first man with his crosses or corners. So that was frustrating as well because we needed everything to go in our way and everything to be right today. It just wasn't. So I'm going to give Telles a 5. Maguire, I'm going to give a 4 as well. I thought Maguire was really poor today. I didn't do anything too, drastic. Didn't give away any sloppy goals, own goals this time. But I just thought, at times he was just so sloppy. And you cannot play a high line like we tried to do with Maguire because the amount of times Atletico getting in behind due to that, it was incredible. So for me, I'm going to give Maguire a 4. Varane, I'm going to give a 5. Didn't think he was much better today. He had a really good shot and goal, that header. I just wish that went in now because it was such a good header from Varane. Of course, testing Oblak, made a really good save. But other than that, I didn't think he did anything wrong. I give him a 6, to be fair. I didn't think he was bad at all today. Of course, then we move on to the midfield. Fred said I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give Fred man of the match. As I said, it's probably one of Fred's best games. He was bringing out the tricks. His energy was up there. He looked like he wanted to be a part of that game today and win the game for Manchester United. So that's why I'm happy with Fred's performance because you never know what you're going to get with Fred. And over the last couple of weeks or so, I've seen a lot of improvement in Fred. I've seen what I want to see from Fred. So for me, I'm going to give him an 8. Man of the match for me. I thought he was really good. McTominay, I'm going to give a 5. Bang average today again. It's just the sideways passes. They just really annoy me. It's like when there's a pass going forward, you just switch it sideways. Like, what are you doing? Play that pass in front of you, which is obviously going to get you a better chance. If you pass it to the side all the time, every single time, it's just going to go in the same way. It's just going to go back to that same side you originally passed it to eventually. So for me, I cannot stand McTominay at times. Yes, he might give all for the badge. Yes, he might be a Manchester United youth player. And I think he can do a job, but he's not Manchester United level. And we know that as a fan, but watching it today, it's just in these type of games, you need these big players to come big for you. And McTominay didn't do that today. So for me, I'm going to give McTominay a 4. Didn't think he was that good. Then we move on to Bruno Fernandez. I'm getting a 5 as well. I don't think Bruno Fernandez was that good today. Obviously, probably had the best attempt at goal in the first half, just before the half, where he made Black and make a really good save. But other than that, I thought some of his passes were misjudged. He was very frustrating as well, always moaning. And that's what I've said over the last couple of times Bruno has played. Get on with the game. Stop moaning. Stop giving energy that's not really there to be given. Because the manager, or the referee, was not going to give anything in our favour today. He wasn't. He was all in Atletico's favour. I wouldn't be surprised if he came from Spain or came from the Atletico team, because he was that biased today, in my opinion. But as I said, I'm not going to blame the referee on the game today, but it was just a massive issue because he was so bad. So yeah, Bruno gets a 5 for me. Didn't think it was his best game. I thought he should have been out the game today and came back in the next game, because he's just come back from COVID, hasn't he? Don't know how bad he had it, but yeah, he came back from COVID. And we move on to Jaden Sancho. Going to give a 6. I thought, he didn't get enough space there. I thought Diego Llorente, who played for Atletico, who was marking Jaden Sancho, marked a really good game, or played a really good game today against Jaden Sancho. Didn't allow him to cut in like he normally does. Didn't allow much space on the other side, to be fair. So it was a hard game for Sancho to get into and try and do what he normally does, and what we've seen him do over the last couple of weeks or so. So for me, I'm going to give Sancho a 6, but he tried things today. Elanga as well, I'm going to give a 6. Didn't think he was too bad. He wasn't getting the game as much in the first half. I thought he was quite quiet in the first half. Of course, got hooked in the second half, but he had our best chance of the game as well, didn't he? Came across, and if we go 1-0 up there, it's a completely different game. But it's just those minor things that don't go your way sometimes, and then when they score, you just know you're going to lose the game after that, don't you? So for me, Elanga gets a 6, and Ronaldo, I'm going to give a 5 today. You could give him a 4, but again, it's not his fault, so I'm not going to give him that low, because he did not get any service today, so you cannot blame Ronaldo. He really didn't. I can't remember hardly any other game he got passed to, 1 or 2 times where he lost the ball, but other than that, we weren't crossing it into him, we weren't giving him any opportunities, and you just got to give Ronaldo that one or two opportunities in the game, and he scores for you, and we just didn't do that today. So again, really frustrating. And Ranić, I'm going to give him a 5, actually. I thought some of his decisions for the team, leaving Pogba out, maybe not starting Rashford, although I didn't want him to start. I thought it would have been better for this game to bring Elanga off. So, Ranić, he brought all the firepower on at the end, but again, just couldn't get the job done. And again, we're out of the Champions League, back into the Premier League. And again, as I said, we could be playing Europa League football, or even the Conference next season, and then we're in really big trouble as well. And could this be Ronaldo's last Champions League game for Manchester United? Who knows what can happen, guys. So let me know what you guys think down below, guys. If you did enjoy the video, smash a like. Let me know what you guys thought on the game. Subscribe. But again, it's devastating, it's gutting. But at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win the game. And that's how it is, guys. So let me know what you guys think down below. And again, guys, we move on to the next game. And I'll see you guys later. Smash a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.